If you do any marketing for your practice, you've probably noticed that a lot of what you used to do doesn't work anymore. So what we're going to do with this short little video is give you 3 things you can do to help build your practice that cost you absolutely nothing. So here are the 3 things you can do. First of all, you want to internally market turnkey nutrition. Okay, if you're a chiropractor or a medical doctor and you don't do nutrition, nutrition does 2 things for your practice. It will improve the results you get with your patients, and it will give you an income stream. If you do a lot of nutrition in your practice, coming up with some turnkey programs will save you time, because the fact of the matter is 10% of what you know fixes 90% of the problems. Most health problems are self-created by lifestyle. So if you have something in place that automatically addresses a lot of things, you can still pick up the pieces later and fine-tune these programs. But it gives you something that you can quickly get people started. It'll save you time. It'll get you results without you being too engaged. The second thing you want to do is you want to recruit patients to your Facebook page, and you want to spend a little bit of time on Facebook. And I know a lot of people are intimidated by Facebook, or they consider it a waste of time or something for kids. It's very good for your business. So Facebook is like a referral network on steroids, and if you spend a little bit of time with it, it will really pay you big dividends. Part of the problem that people have with Facebook is it's not like you do something on Facebook and somebody shows up tomorrow. What you're doing is you're creating a fan base, you're creating connections with people who are interested in health and interested in you and that. And what happens is these people eventually do show up as patients, but you have to be very consistent with what you're doing. The third thing that's worth doing is collecting email addresses of potential patients. And if you have something called a landing page, if you have a free offer, you can build a base of potential patients, and we're going to show you how to do that. I'm Dr. Paul Varnes. Feel free to contact me with any questions. My personal email is onearborvitae@comcast.net. My phone number is 773-519-0007. My Facebook page is well, I have several of them, but the one I'll direct you to is facebook.com/WholeHealthAmerica. For some reason, whenever anyone thinks about growing their practice, they always think about attracting new people. Attracting a stranger to your practice is probably the hardest thing to do in marketing, and there are ways to do it, but nowadays with social media, it's more of a process. It's more of a way of setting up communication. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But the easiest people to market to are people who already know and love you. Okay, have new services from you. Like I say, we're going to talk about turnkey nutrition, but there are other things. If you have massage in your office, think about all the conditions you treat. Do they know about them? That sort of thing. And even if they don't get other services, they know people who would use your services, and it gets them to refer. So you want to spend some time communicating and marketing to your existing patient base, and it's free. About 60% of Americans take supplements, and the question is, do your patients get them from you? You probably have access to better quality supplements than if they're buying them at Walmart or something. And once again, if you have a lot of experience with nutrition, if you have little turnkey things set up, it saves you time, and you still get results. And if you don't have a lot of experience with nutrition, or if you're intimidated by it, you're kind of missing the boat. And you really need to get active on Facebook. There's a lot of other social media outlets, and people want to know about Twitter and stuff, but you get the most bang for your buck on Facebook. About half the people under the age of 30 go to Facebook before they even check email. Okay, you want to set up a business page. You want to create apps, landing pages. You want interesting content. You want things for them to get, things for them to do when they get there. You want things for them to get, and you want to have interesting posts that show up. Posting 4 times a day sounds intimidating. It really isn't that difficult. You can find articles and do links. You want to put some personal stuff that's going on, testimonials. Really, you can get 4 posts done in 10 minutes. It's really not that big a deal. The other thing you want to do is get your patient base to like your Facebook page. And this is important because if you start talking about your practice or results or things, they will chime in and reinforce what you're saying. And also, if they start seeing your posts, their friends on Facebook start seeing your posts too. So what you're doing is you're expanding your potential referral base. I can't stress this enough. Get the people who know and love you to like your Facebook page. Tell them to go there and get a free report. Tell them to take a health quiz and bring that in. We'll talk about it with you. Post a question of the day in your waiting room. Something controversial. Do you think children should be vaccinated? You don't have to weigh in on this. You can if you want to, but it'll trigger conversation. GMOs is another hot topic that people are talking about. Okay, come up with special offers for patients who like your Facebook page. Maybe give them a free 15-minute massage. Something. Post on other health sites. This is something that's best. If you got other sites that are about healthcare, if you post as your Facebook persona, it'll help. The other thing that Facebook offers, and you can do it, it's inexpensive, is you can target your own zip code. In other words, you can really get specific with the demographic of people who are reached by your Facebook ad. So please get busy on Facebook. At Whole Health America, we will post for you a few times a week. That's more about putting up things that are likely to get passed around because we've got some experience with it. We can't get personal. It's hard. We try to discern what kinds of things you're posting and try to weigh in on it. But we can keep a Facebook page alive. But if you really want it to thrive, you've got to get involved. We had mentioned earlier about building an email list of potential patients. One way to do this is to create what are known as landing pages. Okay, a landing page is where someone comes to the page. They can do one of two things. They can leave, or they can opt in. Opt in to give you name and email address for something that's free, or even if you're selling something, you would use a landing page. But we're suggesting free things. People with headaches might want more free information. People go on the internet for free information. So if you can provide that for them, it's a really good idea. And you can set up your Facebook page in your web system to do this. And we're going to show you what we've done at Whole Health America. One good turnkey nutrition program is just basic wellness care. Now, if you're a Whole Health America customer, we'll provide you with this poster, actually in a Word format where you can put your own contact information. And what's good about that is if you put your contact information on it and you do what we call co-oping with another business, you can take that poster, hang it in the business. Co-oping is when you go to a business and you say, I'll promote your business if you promote mine. Maybe you'll take some of their brochures and have a little table in your waiting room and get them to put up the poster. It's a great way to attract. I know we're talking about internal marketing here, but you definitely want something like this in your on your wall. If you're not a Whole Health America member, get a whiteboard, write something, make a sign. We just try to make it easier for our clients. We also have a book on marketing wellness care. This is available to clients or non-clients that has ways of, if you use a symptom survey or a questionnaire, which we do put on our clients' websites and Facebook page, it'll give you specific, where you can kind of get specific with the nutrient recommendations. If you're not comfortable with something like that, something like a multiple vitamin, essential fatty acid, and a basic diet. We have a diet that we offer called the anti-inflammation diet. We'll show you that. This is kind of a key for a wellness program. It's called, we call it the Eat Your Way Out of Pain. It's an anti-inflammation diet. We customize it for the patient, and we have it available on Facebook. So you could say, go to my Facebook page and download this free diet, and you can get started with the wellness plan. Okay, you make your nutrient recommendations, and you're getting income and you're getting better results. Even like a backache patient, if they eat in a non-inflammatory way, they'll do better. You can see it. It's a full report. We actually customize these, so if someone doesn't like what we say, you can change it, but it's pretty straightforward stuff. Avoid junk, eat fruits and vegetables. It tells why, it tells what inflammation is. It's a very complete report. The other thing is strangers will download this from your website, and they'll show up on your office. We even have sample menus. And similarly, if you're not a customer, you've got clinical experience. Something like this is easy enough to create. Another turnkey program you can offer is detoxification. I know a lot of you are biotics clients and use the three-step detox. Some of you are naturopaths and have your own form of detox. Once again, this poster comes to you as a Word document and can be customized. You have customizable fields. Similarly, we have a report and a landing page for this also. Once again, if you're not a customer, you can go, it's easy enough, put up a sign, tell them that you're offering detoxification, have literature available, internally market to people for these turnkey things. Another great thing to offer in your office is weight loss. About 3/4 of the American population needs to lose weight. You will have no shortage of patients with this. Now, if you don't have a weight loss program, we've done a report for a very specific one called Ultralight. We like it because it was developed by a naturopath. The patient eats real food. Weight loss is kind of rapid. Men can lose as much as 25 pounds in a month. Women over 50, it gets down around 10 or so. But it incorporates a health questionnaire, so you could be supplementing them, and it makes sense. It's there's no prepackaged meals, there's no meal replacements, things like that. And so if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and contact me. I'll put you with the people that offer that diet. If you have your own diet, you can go ahead and use this. Another turnkey program you can offer, who doesn't have stress. With the stress, one interesting thing that we've done, and you could do it this way, is we have slides that you can do a presentation on what stress is doing to their health. And especially if you're a hands-on kind of a doc, like even an acupuncturist or a chiropractor or a napropath, what are you doing for their stress just by laying hands on them? So this is a great thing. We also have a report to go with this. And if you don't, like say, if you're not a client, go ahead and put up a sign and start asking people. You can create a stress questionnaire and get your existing patients to come in and deal with stress. Especially if you're dealing with pain, everyone's got stress. Okay, we had mentioned, collecting email addresses. This is one of our websites. You could put things like this on your own website. The idea is to create these landing pages with free reports. So when someone clicks on it, takes a minute, and you come to a landing page, like if they want to learn about back pain, if they got a backache and they're curious, and they don't want to come in, it's really hard to get a stranger to walk through your door, but they will sign up for free information. Okay, and I would like to get a message to my current clients. Use this, and with Whole Health America, we give you a dashboard and a backdoor. You can actually customize these websites. Like you can look and it's got all the usual stuff. You can put your new patient forms up. You can, it's got our services, and it is a regular website. But the feature of it are these landing pages and this way of collecting information. And if you go to the backdoor, this is a WordPress site. And I can't stress this enough to my current clients. Please go and look. These are people that have signed up for your free reports, taken quizzes, that sort of thing. You can start emailing them and start keep contact. If they've written for a back pain report, you can go ahead and send them articles. Now we are in the process of putting Whole Health Web back, and what we're going to do on Whole Health Web is we're going to list our clients, so that if you're in a particular zip code and you're reading about natural health care, you can find the doc. The other thing that you can do there is you can actually send articles. So let me show you. I'm going to go to Whole Health Web. Like I said, this is we're putting together Whole Health Web. It's a work in progress, but you can find articles here and copy them and send them to your email base. Like at ADHD. if you wanted to use this one, you could. You could even just copy the address and say, here's a link to a great article. Feel free to use this. The other thing that you can do with this is post it on Facebook. And while we're at it, let's just look at a Facebook page. Okay, this is my Facebook page, and you'll notice you can take a health quiz on here. We'll show you the health quiz in a minute. The other thing that we have is a number of tabs, and you'll notice that we've put these landing pages right on Facebook. This is how I'm getting those subscribers, by the way. They click on the free report, and it's a landing page. They opt in, and see, that's once they fill it in, that goes to this subscribers page. And I want to take a minute to talk about Facebook. Like I said, this is your administrative area if you control the page. Facebook's like a garden party. You wanna have fun and interesting things. Now you can put practice promotion things on there. Pictures are good. Here's a thing from the Colbert Report about GMOs. There's an article from Whole Health Web on asthma, and see, like, if you wanted to post something on Facebook, you could do something as simple as copy the web address for that article I showed you and just paste it up there. You do that 4 times, you've got your 4 posts. Now, ideally, you want to put personal things, testimonials, things from your patients, and mix that and put that in the mix. Okay, I don't do a lot of practicing, so I don't put a lot of that kind of thing up here. What I do try to find is things that do get passed around. Things, anti-drug things, what to do with wheatgrass. Things that are visual stuff. Like about magnesium. This particular one got passed a lot. It's a little slam against McDonald's. But you can even share these if you want to come to my page. It's facebook.com, Paul G. Varnes, DC, or Dr. Varnes, DC, I'm sorry. And you can go ahead and copy these, use them for your own Facebook page. But post about 4 times a day, and about 1 out of every 4 posts can be like a straight up practice promotion thing. You don't want to preach at people. They'll lose interest. They won't follow you. Facebook keeps stats, so you can click in here and it'll tell you how you're doing. This is your page insights, and it'll tell you how you're doing from week to week. They changed it. I don't like this as much, but see, this is how we did this week compared to last week, and so on and so forth. It tells you how many people are clicking and sharing. We reached 2,800 people. Okay, try to get 2,800 people to go to your website. Everybody's hung up on SEO, whereas Facebook, you could just go through the roof and you can target your zip code. Another thing I wanted to show you about our web pages is people can take a quiz. You want interaction in your thing, and so on the bottom of most of the pages, we have this on Facebook also as a tab. We have a health quiz. Some of you may be familiar with Green Crow. We shortened it and set it up so that they can take the quiz right there, and then it tells them to come in for a consultation. This is another way for patients to come and contact your office. But my point is, if you do the 3 things we're talking about, promote inside your waiting room, even if you're not one of our customers, put up a sign, start some turnkey nutrition, and on your website and on your Facebook page, find a way to collect names and addresses. We do it, easily and cheaply, but we're not the only ones doing this sort of thing. This is a very inexpensive way to build a practice. Putting in an ad and having somebody come in for a free exam or a free x-ray or something like that doesn't work like it used to. People are out there. They've got, if they've got health problems, they're out on the internet searching around trying to get information. And if you can tap into the people that are looking for information and give them that information, when they finally do decide to act on it, they'll contact you. So to recap, spend a few minutes each day, internally market turnkey nutrition. Send your patients to your Facebook page. Spend some time on Facebook. Stop being intimidated by it. This is free business for you. And collect the email addresses of potential patients. And if you have any questions or you want to contact me, here's my email address, my phone number. If you want to share my stuff on Facebook, or we have similar things on Whole Health America. You go to facebook.com/Whole Health America. I will try to post the free marketing booklet. If you don't find it on Facebook, feel free to contact me. I'll get you the marketing wellness book, ebook. It will, and you can apply it. Basically, if rather than write a marketing detox and a marketing weight loss, it's the same information. It just shows you how to do it with wellness, and increase your income that way. I'm Dr. Paul Varnes. I appreciate your time.